As the old saying tells us, that those who pay no mind to history are destined to repeat it. Looking ahead and looking back, the Mavericks hope history repeats itself. And if that's the case, the Mavericks need to put on their blinders, ignore the past, and hope for a little deja vu. The last time they got smoked by the New York Knicks, 108-85 in January, they came back to win 5 of their next 6 games, and with 2 victories against Memphis included in those wins. Now on Wednesday, they got buried, you guys, 107-77 by the Knicks at American Airlines Center. Now, everybody is writing it off as just one of those nights where shots wouldn't fall and the Knicks could do no wrong. Jason Kidd said, "I just think our energy was flat. We didn't have the fight there to start. But shooting wasn't very good, and we talked about it before the game. We had some guys shooting the ball extremely well," end quote. Now, as a fan of the NBA, that sort of attitude served them well the last time they were in that situation. Now, the only difference is that the schedule was a little less friendly this time after the Knicks fiasco. The Mavericks are starting a 5-game road trip on Friday at Houston, and the degree of difficulty after that game would make Michael Jordan in the Space Jam movie even shudder a little bit against the Monstars. While the Rockets are bottom-of-the-barrel team right now, they are off to a nice starting spot, and the trip quickly gets nasty with visits to the red-hot Boston, Brooklyn, and Philly, and Charlotte. Don't forget about them. All competing for playoff positioning in the Eastern Conference. Now, when the Mavericks return to the AAC on March 21st against Minnesota, they'll have a much better idea of whether they'll be fighting for home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs, or to avoid the play-in tournament. They have 2 games in 5 days later this month against Minnesota, which is in 7th place in the Western Conference. The 7th through 10th positions, you guys, in each conference will be part of a play-in tournament. The goal would be to return from this 5-game trip with at least the same 2.5-game lead on the Timberwolves as the Mavericks presently are enjoying. On that note of encouragement, here is some of my takeaways from the rough night against New York. It's just a blip. Hopefully, you guys. The Mavericks were a subpar shooting team for the first 2 months of the season, but since the calendar turned 2022, they have been lights out as anybody making shots, particularly from beyond the arc. Against the Knicks, they went 6 of 44 from beyond the arc. For now, we have to treat this as an aberration. Just one of those nights where nothing went in. And if they came back with a better shooting eye on the upcoming road trip, all will be forgiven and forgotten. Let's talk about the concern level for Luka Doncic and picking up his 14th technical foul of the season on Wednesday. Or did he? Luka said the team plans to challenge the tech, but even if it isn't rescinded, as the one was last month, he's not really worried about reaching the suspension threshold, and neither is coach Jason Kidd. Mavericks fans, I have some great news. Luka said he's not overly concerned about the sore back that when he woke up with on Wednesday. Luka did offer some words of encouragement, saying that it will definitely get better. Now, some stuff out of character. The Mavericks had only 10 assists, a season low. That's what happens when you don't make any shots. Well, everybody involved was willing to chalk this up one to a rough night at the office, and really nothing more. So, you guys, in the comment section, I want to know what your take is on that New York Knicks game. Is it a cause for concern, or just another launching point like it was for them in January to show their mental fortitude? But you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all the love, and tomorrow we'll be back at it with some more NBA content. Until then, we'll save y'all a seat. Peace.